Yay, it's time. Hi, I am CagerOnTwoWheels, and this is the Sink the Planet rides. I wanted to show you this on the climb, but I'm a bit late. The clock here is off by 10 minutes, and so now it is 12 p.m. Paris time, which means it is the Sink the Planet time. And Sink the Planet is a video where motovloggers across the world get together and film a video all at the same time. And so at this very moment, there are motovloggers across the world doing a video at this precise moment. So all the videos you're going to see on this playlist are all filmed at the same moment in time across the world. Pretty cool concept, huh? And so the subject is world peace, and I wanted to show you the climb, which is over here on the left. And I was late, so I couldn't. Tough. I'll show you anyway. I'll just climb as soon as I can. Oh, this one's going to do a climb on the Gixxer. So yeah, let's just go down that roundabout, go back, and let's work her out going back up. So, world peace. Some people say it's never gonna happen, and I have to say it is quite likely it's never gonna happen. Why is that guy doing flashing me? Whatever. Some say it's never going to happen. I'd have to at first say, yeah, world peace is never going to happen. There's always going to be human conflict. We don't seem to be able to just get along. However, if you see, one of the most violent places on Earth is actually Europe. Europe has been warring non-stop for 2,000 years. And only recently has finally stopped fighting, all these small nations fighting amongst themselves. One reason for the fighting is that it's a relatively small continent compared to the Americas, etc. The countries are relatively small with relatively high populations. And so everyone's warning me about cops everywhere, so... And so due to that, there has always been quite a lot of conflict to fight over available resources or a particular trade route or something like that. But after the clusterfuck that was World War II, Europe kind of woke up and said, okay, guys, this isn't really working, so let's fix this. And it kind of stopped. Even though we had the Iron Curtain, etc., when that fell, the whole, a few leaders decided, let's join in the economic union. That will promote peace, and it'll be actually good for all of us. Instead of fighting over stuff, why don't we just deal over stuff? Let's fight economically instead of militaristically. And yeah, that kind of worked. That seems to have worked. Now it's inconceivable for one country in Europe to go to war with another. They may have their differences, but they're usually solved in some diplomatic fashion instead of just taking tanks to the other country's streets. And so now if an European country would declare war on another, their populations wouldn't like it. They would go like, what are you doing? So that's kind of fixed. Same with the United States. They're actually a collection of independent, semi-independent states. And they just joined together, now they're a nation. So that's probably the way forward. Just get economic unions in place for the several locations, and then eventually those economic unions will be depending on each other for trades and for resources, and the war will slowly trickle down. Issue is, it requires a certain level of maturity in the country, stability, political stability in the country, and on the populations. Okay? And not all countries have that. Some countries are still in the phase that, oh my god, I lost elections, this can't happen, let's arm people and shoot the other guy, because I'm sure I won this election, instead of, darn, better luck next time. And so, yeah, it's a long, hard road and not quite likely to succeed, but we can have some measure of it. You may think it's all horrible, but actually, we are at the most peaceful the planet has been for thousands of years. There are a few major wars being fought, but nothing incredibly significant. Yeah, Syria is a mess. Yes, Islamic State is a clusterfuck of idiots. But it's relatively localized and, well, globally speaking, we're at peace. So it's almost there. People over there will definitely disagree, but in general, it's just over in that spot. There are a few other little trouble spots, but there's not tanks in the streets, only basically in a few very localized places. So it's actually good. We're achieving world peace. As soon as you can stop fighting each other over silly stuff. Oh, you don't have a scarf, I'm going to shoot you. That's stupid. Okay? Oh, you don't believe in the same imaginary friend I do. That's stupid. Let's stop being stupid. Okay? That's just that it. Okay, so now on to the cooler stuff, which is, instead of just a stupid rant over human silliness, let's go and work out Victoria. And we are reaching, oh, and by the way, on Victoria, since this was gifted to me by you guys, if you don't know, I won this on a KTM contest where I asked you guys to vote for me. And so since this is for you guys, it's on this one that I'm going to get my knee down. And if I crash, tough. Because it didn't cost me a dime and I'm not paying for it, so if it's gone, it's just gone. It's still on the braking in phase, 900 kilometers now. And so I can't push the engine too much. Oh, fuck that, I can, it's 900 clicks. And it's only 1 to 5, but it's a very fun 1 to 5. So let's see how low can I go. Start warming up the tires. And let's go. Knee out, butt out. Ah man, no power to do this leaning. Come on, you can do it. This is a very steep climb and 1 to 5s have some issues trying to climb it at speed. This one's no exception. And that's an 80 kph turn, which I can only do at 60. One of the things I like most about this bike is that I can do bends as fast on this one as I can do on my XJ6. It's that nice to ride. Man, my pants are... These are not riding pants, so they kind of grab my knees. It's a good bike to practice this on, because I don't know how to do this. I'm just trying. Shouldn't have slowed. I'm drifting too far in towards the center line. And it's done. And now we're going to go back down. Because now we're going to the Cape. I'll probably cut this and jump forward, which will mean we will lose sync with the other riders. But why not? Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just show you this. Look at the side there. See if I can stand up here. Look at that. I can come here whenever I want. This is 5 minutes from my home. You jelly? And then you have these idiots who ride the whole roads theirs. Well, now they're drifting in. They can do that, okay? It's just not smart to do that after a bend where people can't see them. On the other hand, when it's a long straight, they should be doing that for safety. But yeah. And the air is fresh, it smells of pine trees. I am, on my other videos you see a big hill in the background. This is the hill. I just went from right to left. which is where you usually see the hill. And that's the whole hill from right to left, the whole way. I have never done a Sync the Planet ride, so I'm not sure if there's something else I ought to be doing, like naming the guy who had this idea, which I don't know who. I saw your video, but I don't remember your name. Sorry. I missed the first one because I couldn't do it. I almost missed this one. I hate this stoplight. So I've got granite pavement, which skids a lot, covered in skiddy paint, which is supposed to be grippy paint, but it isn't. Downhill over very irregular terrain. That's smart Portuguese engineering for you. I hate this part of the road. Oh, not check. The spike is definitely not made for this little. Oh, hang on. Ooh. Oh, that hurt. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Oh, that bump hurt. Oh, that really crushed the right one. Okay, normal service is resuming. Jeez. That part of the road is just horrible. It's a health hazard. Is that a Brembo Impulse? No, it's not. It's a KTM Super Duke 1290. Lucky bum. And I'm here on a bike that's 10% of its size. You could fit my engine inside his exhaust, probably. My cylinder would most definitely fit inside his exhaust. That sounds kinky. That sounds very kinky. And I just want to overtake this huge car. Just get out. Get out. Come on. I'm just going to dump this whole thing. I'm not going to cut. It's going to be a raw video for Sync the Planet. So we are going to be in sync with everyone. Yeah. Okay. Cool indicator. You know, he did. I just didn't notice. So I'm actually saying cool guy because they just usually just turn and fuck whoever's behind. Sorry about the bad language, but I kind of have bad language when I speak in English. If you're wondering, this is Portugal. That's Guincho, and this is Cascais, and this is Serra de Sintra. If you want to come ride here. And if you want to come ride here, I'll be more than happy to show you. As long as it's not a work day, because, you know, people gotta work. But you can rent a bike, and you can come have some fun here. Well, that's a lot of wind. By the way, this is always very windy. That windmill's not there by accident, because wind comes from the north, hits the mountain, and has to go around it or over it. In any fashion, it always comes back down here. So if there's wind, this is very windy, and that beach over there is super windy. That's why they do windsurf there, which is also not by accident. Let's see how far down I can go here. Not much. Actually, quite a lot. I could feel the heat from the road, so I'm nearly there. And the transition from butt out into butt in is getting smoother too. So I need some practice. And I practice even though if I'm not leaning the bike a lot, I still practice every now and then. And for those of you who don't know my videos, this is what I call Biker Alley. Every Sunday, every biker in the zone comes here in the morning to go to Cabo da Roca, which might be where we're going. Dude, seriously, not in the middle of the road, okay? Thank you. They do this exact road Unfortunately, some of them at some very unsafe speeds. If they think this is fast, this is actually the slowest you'll get people riding here, or almost. It is a 125, so it's not going to go that much fast. But some people go way too fast. So unfortunately on Sundays accidents are a relatively common occurrence. And people unfortunately also die on this road. Some people unfortunately all by being complete bystanders. So some bikers avoid this on Sundays and come here on Saturdays when it is calmer. Or you just avoid the rush hour of Sunday at midday and come a bit earlier or a tad later. And for a somber mood, a few months ago, actually the 1st of this year, 1st of January, there was an accident here, and I was involved 6 bikes, and I think 4 people died on 6 bikes. And this cross is for that. So yeah, it was on this straight. Never knew what happened there. I know it was a Honda PCX, another 2 big liter bikes. And I heard stories that the PCX was overtaking and hit one of the liter bikes head on, and then it hit the other one. I heard stories that one of the liter bikes was overtaking the PCX and hit the other liter bike head on. Don't know. Something happened. And unfortunately traffic is also common because this is one of the few roads from this side of the mountain to the other side. So there's traffic and there's trucks and there's buses and whatnot. It's also a very touristy place, as you can see. It's very pretty, it's very cool. You probably aren't able to see any of this because of YouTube encoding turning this into potato quality right now. It really doesn't like all the trees and the shades and the pattern of the shadows on the ground, so it's probably looking pretty damn horrible now. Oh man, oh, come on, you're ruining my ride. If I had Max J6, this one would have been overtaken. Damn the solid white line. It's not designed for bikes, but I don't have, and this overtakes like a car, so I have no chance of safely overtaking this guy. And if these guys go left, I'm going to go around. If these guys go straight, I'm going to go left to Cabo da Roca. Wait. Note to self, do not signal other bikers when the cars in front of you are stopping. Whoops. Go. Go, 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 and thank you. And turn right here. In a hurry so I can pass those cars. It's a shortcut. The other one goes further straight out and then falls back into this one. Avoid the bumps by standing up. Pin the throttle and pass this. Done. All the cars are behind me. Yeah! If you're a touristy, this is also a cool place to stop. There's a coffee shop here where bikers also stop, as you can see. That's also a pilgrimage spot for a cup of coffee. But the true pilgrimage spot is here. Cagerine is gonna kill me when she knows I've been here, because she wanted me to go quickly. We have stuff to do, and so I'm going to take about an hour instead of the 10 minutes I told her. Oops, I got lost. Let's see, let's see. Now, would you look at that? And that. And this turn, which I won't do that fast because the pavement's a bit slippery. And this one, where you should stick to the right because of buses. And now on this 125 I can just pin the throttle and go. And so, this concludes our Sink the Right Planet as we reach the westernmost tip of continental Europe. There is no more land farther than this. Where are you going? Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Move out of the way, kitty, 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 kitty. And let's stand up because this is another nut check road. I'm hurt enough already, thank you. I could ride there, but it's illegal. I'll do it when it's kind of more peaceful than it is right now. And so here we are. There's a poem up ahead on that rock thing, which reads, "Here where land ends and the sea begins." Because it's true, this is where land ends and the sea begins. That's America over there, and Brazil is somewhere over that direction. And so actually New York is something like that way, and Florida would be something like that way. So this ends the Sink the Right Planet from Portugal onto America. Cager out.